the first thing that we need to do with this problem is find the equation for the parabola, and we'll be using the form y equals ax squared plus bx plus c to begin with. And I've done this in the past using a system of 3x3 equations. You substitute these numbers in, and then eventually, once you've substituted all of these numbers in for x and y, you can then solve for a, b, and c. That's not really the point of this problem, so I'm going to use the graphing calculator to find the equation of the parabola, and then we'll continue with finding the focus. So enter the information under stat, and the x's will be in list 1. The x values are a 0, a 1, and a -1. And then the y values will be put in list 2, so 2, 14, and -2. And then under stat, move over to calculate, and it's the 5th one down, quadratic regression. And as long as you're using list 1 and list 2, you don't have to tell it which lists they are. And there's the a, b, and c. So it's 4x squared plus 8x plus 2. Now the next thing that needs to be done is we need to get this in the form 4p y minus k in parentheses equals x minus h squared. Once we have that done, we can find out where's the vertex and how much is the value for p, and then find the focus. So we need to take this, which is in standard form, and put it in this form where we've got the completed the square form. So for this, we need to complete the square. Begin by dividing everything by a 4, so that this is just x squared. So y gets divided by 4, divide by a 4, divide by a 4, and 2 divided by a 4 would be a half. And I'm just going to move over a little bit, leave some space so that I can complete the square. So now take this 2, the b term, cut it in half and square it, which is going to be a 1. So we need to add in a 1 and then subtract the 1 right back out. That's supposed to be a 1. So can then be factored into a perfect square, namely x plus 1 is squared. And then over here we've got a -1 and a positive half, so that's -1/2. And now multiply both sides by 4. So this 4 gets canceled, multiply this by 4. Multiply this by 4. And we've nearly got it. So I need to put it in this form, so I've got x minus whatever squared by itself and everything else on the other side. So move the 2 over, so add 2 to both sides. And multiply both sides by 1/4. So now I have it in the form 4p is sitting out here, and this tell us the vertex. So the vertex is going to be, the x value is going to be -1, and the y value is going to be -2. So the picture would look something like, go over to -1, -2, there's the vertex. And because it's y equals something squared, it's opening either up or down. With this being positive, then it's opening up. And so that means that the focus is somewhere right about there inside the parabola. To find that, we use the idea that right here is 4 times p, and this distance is a distance of p. So we need to solve for p. Well, this number is equal to the 4p, that's what's sitting outside the parentheses. So we'd have that 4p is equal to 1/4. And then to solve for p, divide both sides by 4, or in other words, the p is equal to 1/16. So from this value, which was down here at -2, we're going to have to go up by 1/16. So then the focus is going to be, the x value doesn't change, it's still -1, but from -2 we have to go up by 1/16, which means that it's 1 15/16, but negative. And there finally is the focus.